If I get to 1.
You get
Okay. So I'd like to invite Grace up now, because Grace has had a very, like most of the girls who participated in Write the World, Grace has had the opportunity to develop skills through Write the World that she wasn't actually developing necessarily in the Writers Club. So she's a testament to what this organisation, this online community is, and what it can provide us with. So, over to Grace.
Hello, I'm Grace, I'm in Year 12, and I'm much more awkward than most of the people who have spoken tonight, so I've written what I'm saying down, if you don't mind. Okay. So I suppose I'm up here to talk about what Write the World has done for me. It's a difficult thing, really, because it's actually done so much more than I thought it would. See, I joined this website for one reason, because my favourite teacher asked me to. I can remember when we were first told about it, actually. One Friday afternoon about 2 years ago now, we thought it sounded a bit silly. A website where young writers responded to prompts, showed their work to their peers, and received constructive feedback from other people their age. Essentially, this sounded exactly like what we already did every Friday afternoon. So what was the point? Write the World did something unexpected. It provided a peer group of writers from the world over. We were able to read the work of and have our own work reviewed by writers from various backgrounds, cultures, and perspectives. Writers who were the same age as us, who had the same passion that we did. And having an unbiased person reviewing your work who was just as passionate about writing as you are is helpful in a way that I can't even begin to explain. It's basically, it really helps you improve. That they don't know you and that we don't know them means that there's not that same hesitation that you get when you're reviewing the work of a friend. You don't hesitate to say that's terrible. You don't hesitate to point out where you can fix things, where you can change things. And this allows for a much more honest approach to reviewing, and the feedback we receive is therefore so helpful. 2 times to Write the World, I took on the role of something called a peer review ambassador. This essentially means that for several months, 4 times a week, I would write a peer review of another person's work on the site with the purpose of encouraging a growth and helpful and encouraging feedback from the community. It was a great experience. In reading and critiquing the work of writers on a regular basis, I developed not only my own editing ability, but also improved my writing skill as I recognized different techniques and what worked and what didn't work in the writing of others. Within 2 years of being a member of the site, I have had the invaluable opportunity to practice editing the work of others, which will be immensely helpful as I wish to pursue a career in editing manuscripts after school. Refine my craft based on exposure to the works of a multitude of other writers, many of whom are tremendously talented. And I've been published. Published at 16 years old. While this may only be a literary magazine for the website itself, it's still an enormous step for anyone wanting to be a writer, and not one I thought I'd achieve until after I graduated. Write the World has provided me with an utterly marvellous experience, and I can't be more grateful for that one sleepy afternoon 2 years ago when I decided to give the website a shot. Now, another benefit of being a peer review ambassador is that sometimes the people who run Write the World will email me and the rest of the ambassadors and ask us to write examples for a prompt they're about to put on the site. Usually we're a last resort, but it's okay. Meaning I and the others will respond to the prompt first to give people an idea of how they might choose to respond to it. One of these prompts was called Improbable Flavor, and it asked that we describe the taste of something that you don't taste. Me, I wrote about winter. Winter, she thinks, has an odd taste of throat lollies and comforting things. To her, the colder season tastes like the tang of tea mellowed by milk and sweetness, a subtle warmth filling her mouth to belie the crisp, cool air nipping at her cheeks and cracking dry lips. That was eloquent. Okay, now it is my great pleasure to introduce Jen, who is going to read the response she gave to the same prompt, though I assure you that her piece is much better than mine.